Just like politics, all news is local, and that's certainly the case on Idaho Matters, the weekday public affairs podcast from Boise State Public Radio. Listen today to hear about events and issues that impact Idahoans. Search Idaho Matters wherever you get your podcasts.
From Boise State Public Radio, this is The Connector. It's Idaho's Daily News. Good morning. I'm George Prentice. If you're doing any amount of travel over the next few days, we've got the all-important Thanksgiving forecast for you. Plus, we'll tell you about an increase in wildlife killing derbies in Mountain West states, plus an important ruling concerning the Mountain West Women's Volleyball Championship Tournament. It is Tuesday, November 26th, and we will start with the forecast. Sophia Adams is over at the National Weather Service office. Sophia, good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing, George?
I'm well, and of course, a holiday week, lots of travel. What can we expect today?
Absolutely. Well, it's looking like today will be the last day of an active and unsettled weather pattern, so we're looking at the potential for rain in the valleys below about 4,000 feet today. And then the potential for a little bit more snow accumulation above about 4,000 to 5,000 feet. So we're looking at anywhere from 1 to 3 inches of snow along major travel ways in the west central mountains and southeast Oregon. And higher summits could see anywhere from 2 to 4 inches.
Well, speaking of travel, tomorrow will be the day. So what can we expect for Wednesday?
Yes, so for our region, it looks like that system is going to move out early Wednesday morning. So you might see a few lingering showers around Twin Falls, Jerome area. But then we're looking at a period of extended calm weather with dry conditions and highs a little bit below normal. And we're also looking at the potential for maybe some air stagnation towards the end of the week. Okay,
doesn't sound too bad. How about Thanksgiving and beyond?
Yeah, Thanksgiving and beyond is still looking quite dry and temperatures near normal in the low 40s, but really generally pretty calm with a nice ridge of high pressure over us through the weekend.
Nice. That's manageable. Sophia Adams is at the Weather Service. Sophia, thanks for the forecast and thanks for giving me some time.
You're welcome. Have a wonderful day and a wonderful Thanksgiving.
It has been about 10 years since so-called Idaho wolf derbies, offering cash prizes to hunters who kill the most wolves, were challenged in federal court. One ruling said the Bureau of Land Management did need to let conservation groups know about proposed killing derbies. A separate court ruling said the U.S. Forest Service didn't need any special kind of permit for such events. Meanwhile, this week, the Humane Society is expressing concerns about a growing number of new similar killing derbies in neighboring states, as Yvette Fernandez reports.
At least 15 wildlife killing contests take place across Nevada every year, with participants competing for cash and prizes for who kills the most or the biggest animals, including coyotes, bobcats, and foxes. Rebecca Goff is the Humane Society's Nevada State Director, who says their own poll showed a majority of respondents, including many licensed hunters, oppose such contests.
It said that 71% of Nevadans agree that the Nevada Board of Wildlife Commissioners should ban wildlife killing contests in our state. Again, this is a public trust. These animals are held for all of us.
Elsewhere in our region, Arizona, Colorado, and New Mexico have banned wildlife killing contests. For the Mountain West News Bureau, I'm Yvette Fernandez.
Tomorrow's Mountain West Conference Women's Volleyball Championship will continue as planned on the campus of UNLV. A federal judge has declined to ban a transgender volleyball player for San Jose State. James Dawson tells us about the ruling that was handed down on Monday.
A lawsuit filed by several student athletes, including 2 from Boise State, accuses the conference of violating federal Title IX rules. That's the law that bans sex discrimination in schools that receive federal money. Boise State and 4 other schools forfeited matches to SJSU because of the transgender player who's in her 3rd year with the team. Plaintiffs asked the judge to reverse those forfeited losses and reseed the tournament, which starts Wednesday. Judge Cato Cruz denied the proposed injunction, saying it would, quote, upend months of planning and prejudice other teams participating in the tournament. Cruz wrote the plaintiffs would likely fail on the merits of the case, too, since current Supreme Court case law interprets Title IX to include gender identity under its sexual discrimination ban. The Broncos would be matched up with SJSU in the second round if Boise State wins its first match against Utah State. James Dawson, Boise State Public Radio News.
Idaho U.S. Senator Jim Risch appearing in a global security forum in Canada this past weekend ruffled a few feathers and more likely a good many medals of honor when he said, quoting here, the jury was still out on the effectiveness of women in combat. His comment coming in the wake of President-elect Trump's choice to pick Fox News host Pete Hegseth to be the Secretary of Defense. Hegseth has been quite vocal in his opposition to women in combat. For the record, American servicewomen have been allowed to serve in combat for more than 40 years. As for Risch's comments, decorated Canadian General Jenny Kerrigan said Risch's suggestion made women serving in combat was, quoting here, some kind of social experiment. The general adding, again quoting, I wouldn't want anyone to think women are a distraction to defense and national security. And that is today's episode of The Connector. I'm George Prentice. We'll see you back here on Wednesday. To stay in touch between now and then, check out BoiseStatePublicRadio.org or download the free Boise State Public Radio app and tell your friends about The Connector. And thanks for listening.
If you like podcasts like this, explore more from the Boise State Public Radio podcast family. There you'll find a mix of daily news, Idaho Voices, and in-depth series on a wide range of topics. I'm talking wild horses, political scandals, sustainable ranching, and militia groups in a post-January 6th world. Wherever you get your podcasts, just search Boise State Public Radio to find what Idaho's NPR station has in store for you.